Greetings. Welcome to a Friday episode of Vaygrim's Chance. I am sorry there wasn't a Wednesday episode. Had a very complicated schedule. Had a very complicated week, but it's getting back on track, and I hope to get back to a normal schedule next week. I wanted to get right to the crux of things. I got a lot of really good and some confusing feedback in regards to this. Now, one thing that a lot of people actually said was that you can actually do OR dictionary stuff, or wildcards with the OR dictionary stuff, and I actually want to go over that real quick. Let's get some signs. Nope, sign singular. Silly me. Maybe, I don't know, 6 signs? Okay. If I wanted to, a lot of people, first of all, completely ignored what I said and stated that I could just send all OR here and then have it pass all further components down the line directly by way of side configurations. You're completely missing the point. If everything gets sent here, nether OR cannot be processed here. And stuff like lapis ore cannot be processed here. Lapis ore has to be processed. If it gets smelted, I get 1, right? But if I run it through the enrichment chamber, I get 12. That's this bad boy right here. I don't want to send it to here. But if I wanted to, I could do OR star as the OR dictionary thing, right? If we go in here, I'm going to right click, I'm going to do new filter, OR dictionary. I could do OR star, and you'll see, I'm going to check that, and it's going to go through everything. It's going to go through iron ore, gold ore, copper ore. It's going to go through silver, redstone, emerald, diamond, every single variant that there is of ore, anything that's registered as an OR dictionary. This is really good. It's great for mining with the digital miner. Set it to mine OR star. Hit start. That way you don't get any cobblestone. You don't get any sand. You don't get any sandstone. There's no gravel. There's no dirt. Nothing but ore. That's it. It's perfect. For this, however, and for the setup we want, this is bad. Why is this bad, Vaygrim? Well, let me tell you. There's this wonderful little device that you need to go make. It's called a dictionary. It's made in Mechanism. It's very simple. It is a basic control circuit, which is just a piece of osmium and a piece of redstone in the metallurgy confuser. Very early game stuff. You get a control circuit and a book, and it gives you this thing. Now, normally what you can do is just right-click on stuff, and it says, you'll notice it says no key. No key. No key. What does no key mean? No key. Well, basically what it's looking for is if a particular block has OR dictionary assigned to it. No key. If you shift right-click, suddenly you get this. And everything becomes completely different. What this gives you is the capability of doing that. This block is defined as OR nether lead, right? This is just OR lead. Now, if I did OR star, I cannot exclude OR nether lead. That means everything, or whatever, this and this, both of these would go here. And this will not process here. It has to go here first, then the ordinary ore can go here. Now, yes, I could change the order of rules and make sure that the nether ore has entries higher up so it gets processed first. But that means that you are going to constantly be reordering things every single time you make a new addition. And it also means that you have to very fine-tuned customize every single thing. When I do nether lapis ore, I actually have to smelt this. Same. Now, but a crusher could run it through the IE crusher. But in terms of this actual conveyance right here, I actually have to smelt it first. So, or nether lapis, let's go look at this real quick. Or nether lapis has to go here first. Has to. Or nether lead has to go here first. I have no other choice. It will not process in any of the other machines until it goes here. Then it becomes OR lead. But that's the problem, is I cannot exclude OR nether from OR star. It is going to be OR and anything after it. So basically, it's looking at everything after or. Any word can go there. It could be or lapis. It could be or nether lapis. It could be or lead for all it cares. That's it. Now, another thing I could do, and a lot of people said this, is, hey, why don't you do dust star and send that down here, right? Okay. If we go up here, we're going to do new filter or dictionary, dust star. Let's hit check. Oh, wait a minute. That's redstone dust and glowstone dust, and that's sulfur dust and salt and a whole bunch of other coal dust that we don't want going to this machine. That's why, again, that comes down to we would have to have a very specific and a very crucial order to every single entry on here. The way that I'm doing it now and specifying per ore, does it take more time? Yes, but the order of everything is completely irrelevant. I could shuffle any of these around and they would still be perfectly fine. That's why I do it this way. See, right now, if I get this dictionary, we right click and we do ore. That's dust iron, right? This is pulverized iron. This is what comes out of this machine and goes into this machine. It is dust iron. Yes, you are 100% correct. And that would be useful. The problem is dust redstone. You see, that's a dust also, which means that if I put my redstone through this machine to get, let's see, this comes from redstone ore. What's the uses of redstone ore? If we run it through the enriching chamber, we get 12, which means our redstone ore, again, I don't want to send all ore here. I want some of my ore to go here. So I would have to have a specific set of orders for or diamond, or emerald, or redstone. I would have to have each one of those listed individually, or diamond, or emerald, or redstone, or lapis, and or quartz. All of those would have to have a separate entry. Then afterwards, I would have to have lower on the list, I would have to have or star. Everything else. And if anything messed with that order, if I put something too high on the list, or if something new came in and I put it too low on the list, the whole system gets thrown out of whack. With the way that I'm doing it, it's just simpler, it's easier. There is no quote unquote correct order for things. I am doing air quotes with my fingers. You can't see it. I don't know why I'm doing it. So now I can send specifically redstone ore here, lapis ore here. And the outputs of those, for instance, as I just showed you, the redstone ore would produce dust redstone. That dust would then, if I use dust star, automatically go here. Unless I had a very specific and crucial order for things in how this is set up. So yes, this is very good to know this. Wildcards are very useful when it comes to ore dictionary defining and mechanism. They're just not quite as useful here as you think they should be. So that's something to remember, basically. It's a situation where, oh gosh, how can I phrase this? When it comes to doing things like this, it's far more useful with other systems that are going to be running or processing a shorter list of things, okay? Since we're going to have all sorts of stuff, I want a universal system. I want to be able to get a digital miner and do overworld mining, nether mining, anything. Anything. I want to be able to run it through here. Whatever I get, I just want to be able to run it through this one system. And this complicates it. I can't do that. That's not an optimum thing. So I'm not gonna. I'm going to stick with the way I've been doing it because it works really well for me. I really do appreciate the suggestions, but a lot of people seem to really come off like I was kind of dumb for not knowing this. And I don't take it personally, but, you know, sometimes people make suggestions and kind of ask, hey, Vaygrim, duh, why didn't you think about this? I'm just going to recook that. I'm going to resort that. And again, you know, I do think this stuff out, but a lot of people don't think through their suggestions. They don't think through the ramifications of what they're doing. And that's very, very Important. Why is it, I was about to say, why is it not daytime? Yeah. So that's what's been going on with this system. I do actually, nope, I actually want to go down here. Silly me. I do want to make a digital miner. I would love to go see what kind of fun stuff I can find in the nether with it. Let's see. What does a digital miner require nowadays? Digital miner. Digital miner is one of the best mining machines that I know of, bar none. Okay. I actually need a couple of those. Can I do... I'm just going to request. We're going to have to wait for the pistons for a second. Whoops. I need to put some more speed upgrades on the crafting branch of my logistic pipe system. Let's see. Teleportation core. I can't remember. I think I have some atomic alloy. I think I need 2 of those, right? Did I see that right? I did. Yes. Okay. I can do a steel casing. I'm just going to request one of those. I already have auto crafting for that. Let's do that. I need, I already have some of those too. Request. Yay. Okay. I'm waiting for the chests, I think. There we go. Now, that's the one thing I'm not sure I have is any refined obsidian. I can't remember. Let's put that there. Actually, let's just do this. Oh, I do have some. Yay. I'm going to put that there and then those over there. So we have the robot. Now, I think... if I put that there. Dun-dun-dum, digital miner. So, what we actually have to do... Oh, wait a minute. I need to go back down here to do this. Boop, step up over here. I'm going to request a remote storage module. Storage. One of those modular storage. Dimensional transmosers. So I get this. I'm going to code it to this one. This is the input, ID 22. This is the output, ID 23. You see this has got 2 of 300 stacks. If we go up here, you'll see it's got 2 of 300 stacks. It's kind of, I can cheat. That's basically how I can figure it out. So I'm actually going to go out over here. Wait a minute. I think I actually have. Yes, I do. Yay. Let's bring up the remote orderer. I'm just going to get a stack of cobblestone and request that. Going to show up lickety split in my inventory system. Let's see. That's good for now. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I get this centered in a chunk. Okay. Where's Y level? Water is 64, right? Okay. No, I don't want to get wet. Let's go up here. Follow the lines. This is where I feel like I'm in the Matrix. I feel like Neo. That's not true, but it's fun to say. I'm going to go all the way up here, and we're going to actually put the digital miner to use. Okay, so I am basically in and chunk. I'm going to put one of those down. What the heck? I think I touched the edge of it. Boop. There we go. That goes back to my inventory. I'm just going to make a nice, simple platform in midair. And we're going to get our big electric gorilla and put it down. Okay, I have to remember the power and stuff goes in the top. I'm actually going to set this to receive observatory power. And that bad boy is charged. We are going to go back here. I'm going to actually extend this just a little bit so it's easier to deal with. Let's put that away. And we're going to put that right there. I'm going to put this here. So we are looking at the same inventory, the input, right. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to, let's see, I just hit the reset button. Let's do config. Okay, radius, let's do 20. I think the maximum is 32, if I remember right. Oh, what happens if I do, oh, okay, wait a minute, 99. Yep, max is 32. I'm going to do, let's say 16 for now, whatever. A minimum of 0, that's Y level. I'm just going to do 1. There's no point in actually doing 0 because Y level 0 is bedrock. Maximum, I'm actually going to do 64, right at water level. Inverse mode, right? So we could specify all the stuff we don't want, and it will mine everything else. So I could put cobblestone, sandstone, yada, yada, yada. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do OR dictionary. I'm going to do OR star. Require a replacement. No. So I could say specifically, mine this ore and just leave a hole. But if you mine this other one, replace it with something. And like one thing I used to think was really cool was the concept of mining ore and replacing it with glowstone. I think that could be very neat, specifically because then as you're mining stuff out of those underground caves, you're lighting up parts of it. So you could go underground later and see all of the areas being lit up that were actually being mined out by the digital miner. I thought that was a neat idea. Anyway, so this is going through all the different kinds of ore and everything it's going to get. I'm going to say save. That is the only filter I've got. And we're actually going to do auto eject is on. I'm actually going to turn silk touch on. It takes a little bit extra power. Auto pull, that's where it's pulling stuff in to replace ore. Don't need that. Visuals. Visuals? Let's turn off the chunk lines. I don't know what it means by visuals. Oh, okay. That's where it's mining. Ooh, that's very clever. I like that. I'm going to turn it off, but that's neat. Yeah, okay. That's a new thing. That must be new for Mechanism 8. Now I'm going to, all is well, it says. I'm going to hit start, and it's found X amount of stuff to mine that meets my qualifications in the area. Now I'm going to hit my map up. We're in a chunk. I'm going to control chunk load it just in case. And then we're going to go over here. I'm pretty sure the digital miner chunk loads its chunk as well as the one it's working in, I think. But what this means is slowly but surely we're going to get stuff coming. Oh, we have processing already. What's happening? What's happening? Redstone ore. See, redstone ore hit here. Whoop, and it just whips over here. What kind of stuff do we have coming in? Oh, I don't have one for lapis. Okay. Lapis needs to go to... That's 3 clicks. New. 1, 2, 3. Let's get an emerald ore. If I remember right, emerald ore has to be sent to the enrichment chamber as well. I can't remember if it will be... Can I... Okay, so for now, I actually have to just get that and send it all the way down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. Send that through. Whoop. We're going to do a new filter. That's done. It is going to be sent off to be sorted. It has no point anymore. This is going to be the same way. We do a new filter, item, left click that in there. I'm just going to right click once for black, save. Magnesio ore, I don't know how to process that. Coal ore, I believe. Electrotine, I don't know what to do with a lot of this stuff. Wow, okay. So let's look at this. I'm going to move this up here. Coal ore, uses. There's smelting, the enrichment chamber, we get 2. Okay, enrichment chamber is going to be our best bet. That's 3 clicks. We're going to do that there. 1, 2, 3. Save. Lead ore. We're going to do 1 click. And this is basically where we start programming it. But the only thing to remember here is that we only have to program this once. Every single one of these, we only have to do it for 1 trip. Okay, a lead clump. That's the next step. So it goes 1, 2, save. We're going to do silver ore. There's no order for these. 1. Gold ore. No special order. I can do these any order I want. 1. They'll all get processed. This is... We put that up there. 1, 2, 3, I think. And it is working away. There's silver clumps. That goes to the second machine. It's ore for the first machine, clumps for the second, dirty dust for the third, dust for the fourth. Basically what we're dealing with. Let's get this. There's dirty silver dust and then lead dust. I'm going to do a new filter. Now, okay, here is one thing I could do. And here is where we can maybe optimize things a little bit. And I'll show you. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Dirty, dust, comma, dust, capital dirty. The only thing that uses this is this stuff from mechanism. Okay? So if I wanted to, clumps go here, so I could go, that's the third machine. If I want to save myself some time, we could do ore dictionary, dust, dirty, and then an asterisk. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's check that. And you're going to see all of this dirty dust. Suddenly, we don't have to worry about that. The only time dirty dust is going to come out, it's always going to go here. Always. The only time we're going to get clumps, they're always going to go here. So if we wanted to slim down on things, let's see. We're going to have to get a clump. I need a clump. Can I get a clump? Yeah, let's get a clump. Okay, osmium clump. Perfect. Whoops, wrong thing. So if we do shift right click, whoops, we do osmium clump, you see clump, whatever, that's always going to be this. As far as I know, mechanism is the only thing that uses that order dictionary declaration. And the only time we're going to have that, it's always going to go to this machine. So that is one piece of optimization we could do. And it does not matter, clump star, always going to go to the second machine. We hit check, and you see, there's all those unique mechanism clumps that we've actually got. Toss that in there, toss that in there. So now we've got lead dust and we've got gold dust. We do need to define these. Item stack gold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Item stack lead. I don't want to do a universal dust declaration. I explained that earlier, specifically because that means that stuff like redstone dust would go there. I don't want to have to worry about that. What? I'm trying to catch this dust. Hang on a sec. Oh, it's silver dust. Okay. This is the only hazard. There we go. Okay. So silver dust. I was like, I gotta catch it. Silver dust, save. And then, okay, here is, again, another way we can improve things. And this is where you are correct that actual wild card will come in useful. Shift, right click. Ingot. Every time we get ingot something, it's always going to be going to the end to get sorted. Always. So I can actually do new filter or dictionary ingot star. We check that. It's going to go through all the little variables. Every single time it comes up with an ingot, it's going to go to black. And I'm okay with that. That is actually a useful usage of the wildcard system. I just can't do universal wildcards for stuff like ore and dust. I can do it for clumps, dust, dirty, and ingots. Those are good. But I don't want to do it on ore and normal dusts. That's bad. So now suddenly, we have some stuff we're still going to have to figure out. I don't think I'm going to process Cinnabar. I'm going to send it to storage. Electrotine, I'm going to send it to storage. I need to figure out sulfur. There's a lot of stuff like this I still need to sort through. Let's put those in there. But I mean, basically, this is it. This is the system. This is how I envisioned it working. And it's just whipping away, doing its hardest to keep up with the entire process. Thankfully, we have these wonderful ultimate logistical transporter pipes. These are new for Mechanism 8. These didn't exist in Mechanism 7. There was only one level of piping. So you could actually get this system backed up and overwhelmed very quickly. Now, suddenly, it can keep up quite speedily with this. Yeah, this is very cool. I'm loving this. So what I'm going to do, basically... Oh, Yellowite. Okay, hang on a sec. Let's get this out of here. And let's look at this real quick. This is... I don't know what it is. Or Yellorium. Okay. Or Yellowite. Both work. So if we look at this, we do U for uses. I cannot send it. Let's see. If I smelt it, I get 1-to-1. If I do enrichment chamber, I get 2. Pulverizer. But I can't actually do tripling and quadrupling and stuff like that. I can in the QED. That's interesting. QED does tripling. Huh. But this setup does not support tripling, quadrupling, quintupling. I couldn't send this ore here. It has to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do that for an item stack. 1, 2, 3. Put that in there. That is just going mad. And you see so many different things. This is one of the reasons why I leave auto sorting off, because so many of these can work in parallel. If we had auto sorting on, all of these would be, say, Yellowite, and everything else would be backed up. Now we can get a lot of stuff working in parallel. Like this. You see, I've got tons of iron that's backing up here, and it's working wonderfully. Plus, we have this as a storage buffer for all of the machines in case one machine starts getting backed up and working slower than the rest. It really is a good system. I really do love it. Now, let's see. We got, there we go, Yellorium dust. I'm actually going to do a new filter. I'm just going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. And now, when I set that in there, those ingots are going to cook, and then because of the universal ingot wild card that we have, they'll automatically get whipped straight down there. Yep, there went one. That was one of them. I just love watching this work. I love watching things whip around it at high speeds. It's a really great system. And it makes me feel, it makes the organizer part of my brain really just tingle with anticipation. I'm hoping that you guys are getting a use out of this. I'm hoping you're seeing the benefits of this. See, I can now, once I start getting this really programmed once in the overworld, I do an overworld trip and I get it all fine-tuned. Then I take it to the nether and I program the nether stuff in it. And then once I get that calibrated with those 2 trips, I can send it anywhere else and it doesn't matter. Anywhere. It'll be nice and easy and simple. We can reuse it over and over and over again to solve all of our resource needs, and it's going to be great. I'm going to have some stuff left over that I'm going to figure out after the fact. Let's see, Ferrous. I have to look at Ferrous and see how I can process it. Okay, smelting and enrichment chamber. Yeah, that's one of those ores. Yep. So again, this is an ore that I don't want sent here, so I don't want to do a universal ore star wildcard. I have to do special instructions for this. Send it to machine number 3. It's just tearing through it. Oh, that machine's backed up. That's why. So you need to think about making these elite factories already. That'll give me 7 slots instead of 5. Oh, this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So yeah, I'm going to finish fine-tuning this. I'm going to finish tweaking it. I really hope you folks are learning something about it, the do's, the don'ts, why I'm doing it specifically the way I'm going to be doing it. Thank you very much for joining me on this wonderful Friday episode. I will see you guys later. I'm thinking about diving back into Thaumcraft here in the near future. I just need to look some numbers up on what I want to do and what I want to make. I want to start getting into Automagy and see if I can figure out how the golems work in there. I will see you later. Bye-bye.